What's going on, guys? Dom here again. Today I got a very special treat for you guys. In this video, we're gonna be going over the easiest ways for you guys to go viral in any niche, in any single business. Whether you're already posting content online and you just are struggling to get more views, or you're completely new to it and you haven't posted a video before, this is gonna go over exactly how to set up your account so you can maximize your views, how to get unlimited ideas from your competitors in your niche, the most common types of formats in your business and how to find them, and what's the strategy behind actually posting so your stuff gets views. And make sure you guys stick around to the end because I got a really amazing surprise for you at the end. Let's get right into this. Now, I am a business owner myself. I have 2 e-commerce brands that I'm currently running. This is the same exact strategies, the same ways that I find content ideas for my brands that have allowed me to do over $600,000 in the last 90 days here, okay? And the same strategies that I have helped implement for a bunch of other folks that are crushing it now on social media here. So if you're a brand owner, an agency owner, and you wanna get more traffic, convert those people from viewers to buyers. If you're a creator that wants to turn their passion of creating content into profitability. If you're a local business or a freelancer and you want more clients knocking down your door to literally work with you. Maybe you're just very passionate about what you sell, but you just don't have enough traffic to sell it. This video is gonna be for you guys. So first of all, let's go over how to actually set up your account. This is a thing that I see a lot of people messing up. It's a very stupid, simple fix that you could do here, okay? If you already have a business account that you are running, you're gonna wanna do this regardless. If you're starting a new account, which I always recommend, keep it separate from your main personal account. Now, if your business is connected to your personal brand, then obviously you can do it on there. But what you're gonna wanna do is when you're creating a new account on any social media platform, this is whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube Shorts, right? You wanna do it and create it with a phone number or an email on there. Now, for the first 4 to 5 days that you have this account, and I always recommend just doing this periodically anyways, you're gonna want to engage about 10 to 15 minutes a day by liking, watching, and commenting on videos. But you're not just gonna do any random videos, right? What you're gonna do is specifically videos inside of your niche. So for example, if you are a food creator, you would search something like food or food talk or food videos, or aesthetic food. Or if you're in the fitness industry, you would search fitness or gym or coach or training or muscles, okay? And what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna start liking and engaging with all of these different types of videos. What this is doing is it's training the algorithm to show you that type of particular content. For example, if you like a bunch of videos of cats on social media, you're gonna see that your For You page, your Explore page is filled with cat videos, right? If you're liking a bunch of food videos, you're gonna see a bunch of food content on there, okay? You're gonna wanna do this to not only show the social media platform that you're a real user, you're not just some random bot account, but you're also gonna wanna do this to get more ideas for your content. This is where the next step comes into here. Now, to actually find ideas in your niche, you have a lot of really good ways to do this. So like I said, once you have your account set up, and I call this the warm-up phase, warming up the account. So if you guys hear me mention warming up, this is what I mean, okay? I'm not actually, don't worry, we're not putting anything in the microwave, okay? This is just the term that we're using here. You're gonna see when you're scrolling the Explore tab, right? When you're scrolling your For You page on TikTok, when you're on YouTube Shorts and you're scrolling any of these reels, any of these short content feeds, you're gonna notice that the content that you have been engaging with is gonna be shown to you more. It makes sense. These social media platforms, they wanna keep you on these platforms for as long as possible because the longer you're on there, the more ads you're gonna consume, the more things you're gonna buy, the more money they make, right? So they wanna show you content that's gonna make sense for you, that's gonna make you stay on the platform for longer, okay? Now, by doing this, you're gonna get fed a bunch of ideas from creators in your niche, in your space, that you can then use as inspirations for your content that you're gonna be making. Now, going for a food example right here, I'm gonna search food, and this is on TikTok, Instagram. It works the same way. You would just search this inside of whatever short form platform that you are using, right? And what you're gonna wanna do here is, this is specifically for TikTok, is you're gonna wanna click the 3 little dots after you search it in the search bar here, right? You're gonna click these 3 little dots, and you're gonna filter by time posted in this month, okay? You can do it in the last 3 months. That's the second option on there as well. You can even do it this week, but I noticed that sometimes if you do it this week, you're not gonna have a lot of content depending on your niche, right? If it's a more smaller niche, you won't have enough inspirational videos. So I always like to do anywhere from this month to last 3 months to see the most recent content. Now, what this is doing is it's first of all just filtering by content that it has been trending in the last month. So you know that it's new content. You know that it's new content. You know that it's in your niche because you search your keyword inside of your niche. And it's usually gonna be trending and having to do with something that's going on right now currently. Now, once you perform this search, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna start scrolling on that search tab, and you're gonna wanna look for a few things. First of all, we're looking for videos that have performed fairly well. I would say anywhere from 250,000 plus views. Obviously, the higher the views, the better. But we're looking for content that is at least hit around 250,000 views, because we know that it's doing well. And next thing that we're looking for is we're looking for accounts that have pretty low followers. For example, this video right here on the left, the sushi plus gossip, it has 2 million likes. It has 19 million views. So this video went super viral. And this page only has 22,000 followers. Now, what's the point of finding smaller pages? Because sometimes when you have a very big page, for example, if you have 10 million followers on your page, even 1 million followers on your page, most of your videos will perform at a baseline performance level. For example, if you have, let's say, 1 million followers on Instagram, myself, I have somewhere around 700,000 on Instagram. I see my videos perform at least 40 to 50,000 views baseline. What you're trying to do is you're trying to find small pages that have very viral videos, because it shows you that, hey, there is something working in this piece of content. This particular piece of content did very well, went very viral, even though this creator was small. On the right here, we have another example in the food niche. This page has 533 followers, less than 1,000 followers, and this video right here has 5,000 likes. Their videos are getting 600,000 views, 300,000 views. So by looking at these videos, you can understand that, hey, this format, these guys are doing some type of podcast where they're trying different types of foods out, right? This format is working very well for these creators in this niche. What you can do then is reverse engineer this format, right? So if you're creating food content, if I was on the right, I would say, hey, I'm gonna create, like a little podcast setup, maybe just a backdrop, and recreate this style of content. The content on the left is like a little mini vlog where they're talking about their food and what's going on there, right? So what I would do is I would go ahead and recreate this. Again, you're just getting inspiration. What I like to do is I like to scroll, and I like to just have as many ideas as possible. I'll go through here and I'll get 20 different ideas, and then I will go down, narrow down which ones I particularly like the best. Now, another thing you can do is inside of TikTok, you can search for something called Creator Search Insights. If you search this in the search bar, you're gonna see this little blue thing pop up here. You're gonna wanna click on View here. Once you click on View, you can click on the Suggested tab and click All. Now, depending on what type of content you're already posting, for example, I post a lot of things about, how to be, for example, I post a lot of things about financial freedom, how to get motivated, how to promote products on TikTok Shop. So these are the things I'm seeing on here. But you can imagine if you're posting food content, you're gonna get a bunch of food things that are related to there. What you can also do is click on Content Gap. This shows you content and topics that are trending in your niche that don't have a lot of posts for them, but are getting a lot of searches and a lot of interest. Now, when you click on one of these, you're gonna see the search popularity. I like to look for stuff that has an uptrend. As you see right here, this one has an uptrend. And even inside of here, you can see other related topics. So TikTok is literally telling you, hey, this trend is popular, but it doesn't have enough videos. You should make content about it. And here's other things that are trending in similar to that trend that you should also look at. Even right here, it says ideas for top posts, highlight product benefits clearly to engage viewers, use catchphrases and trending sounds to increase your reach. Hook on-screen visuals. So it's literally telling you, hey, for this particular trend, this is what you should do. They're literally telling you what you need to do, okay? Same thing if we search. Now, if we go for old example of food, again, we search food and I clicked on Korean food mukbangs, and you see I have a bunch of videos on here. I have mukbangs eating food healthy, okay? So for example, everyone's doing mukbangs. Maybe you find an audience gap of healthy mukbang foods, Korean healthy foods that are mukbang. So you can do mukbang, but it's still healthy. You won't get too fat, okay? Instagram has a similar feature like this. If you go to your settings, you click on Insights and click on Inspiration, you're gonna see content here that is similar to the content that you've already posted. Now, it's not as, detailed. That's the only thing I don't like. TikTok definitely has more details on it. Same with YouTube, you can get a lot of good inspiration on there. Instagram is lacking on this end, but again, still fantastic to get inspiration from here. Now let's go ahead and talk about some of the most popular video formats. So this one right here is called a text on screen. So the video begins with some type of text on the screen here, okay? So for example, this has, yes, the hotel has a gym, the gym, okay? And then this is like a skit type of based one, okay? This video here, again, how much I made in my first year as a TikTok affiliate. Very simple. It's a video, usually with some type of music in the background. As you guys see here, let's play this one with the sound. okay? Some type of music, and then there's a text on screen, okay? Pretty simple. Next popular video format is talking head, all right? This is where creators are, again, just talking to the camera, explaining something. Okay, here's another variation. And this one has a little bit more cuts. As you see, it even has subtitles below the video, a few little subtitles, right? Let's go to this video here. Okay, no subtitles on this video, and it has less cuts, right? So these talking head videos, you're gonna see a few different formats, right? You're gonna see some that have slight cuts, you're gonna see some that have a lot more cuts, you're gonna see some that are just straight one takes, 2-3 minutes long, super organic, super real, super raw, okay? Next up is POVs/tutorials. So for these videos, it's POV style. You're filming it, you know, with your phone, recording the screen, and giving some type of tutorial. This is really good for any education-based, finance, wealth, even things like food niches, even things like gym niches. This can go POV tutorial style, is very, very fantastic across the board. Next up, we have skit formats. This is actually stuff that I do on my Instagram right here. Okay, so this one is filmed in like a Snapchat type of style video, okay? Here's an advertisement that I did for my brand Gassy right here. This one got 900,000 likes, I believe it's at 48 million views right here, and drove, I think, almost $20,000, $30,000 in sales for us right here. Again, this is a skit of a couple going to an aquarium, taking our edible gummies and having a fantastic time inside of here, okay? So these ones, again, they're based off of more so, I guess it's like a story time / skit, something with a little bit more entertainment inside of there. What I personally like to do is mix entertainment with my products inside of there. I find videos that you can not only entertain the viewers, but you can also educate them and showcase your product are some of the most viral pieces of content. Now you have to be careful, because if you make it too entertaining, you could always, you know, just get a lot of people that are not interested in buying. So there's a good balance in between them, okay? And the last one here is gonna be photo slides. For example, this one is, you know, 4 winning products on TikTok. Okay, and it's just giving you slides on here. Same thing with this one here. This is best exercises for mountain biceps. Again, it's just slide formats. This is really underutilized. I don't see too many people doing photo slides on TikTok. There's definitely been a lot more since last year, but still not a lot of people are utilizing it to its full extent. And you can post these on Instagram as well. Here's another one, photo shoots for clothing brands. So if you're a photographer, these are really well. And again, these just have some type of song on it. Very easy. Now, also a thing to note is that different formats perform better or worse on certain social media platforms. For example, you might be posting photo slides on TikTok and they might be doing great, but on Instagram, they don't do that well. You might be posting POV talking head videos on Instagram and they don't do that great, but on TikTok, they're doing amazing. So this is kind of something where it comes inside of that research phase of when you're doing your research, you should see, hey, which formats are working for my particular niche and on which platform. And that brings us to our posting schedule, okay? So after you have warmed up your account and after those first 4 or 5 days, you wanna slowly start posting. Don't start posting 10 times a day, because again, Instagrams and TikTok and all these social platforms are gonna be like, oh my God, this person is a bot. Why are they posting so much? Okay, so start with 2 times a day. Now, a lot of people say, hey, choose one platform and stay on that platform. I'm kind of jaded on this, because I think you should be posting your content across all platforms, because I have the same exact video that I'll post on TikTok that gets 1,000 views, that gets 6 million views on Instagram, okay? I'll have the same video that gets, 200,000 views on YouTube Shorts and gets 10,000 views on Instagram. So I personally, for all my brands and even my personal page, post 5 times a day on all social media platforms. But when you're starting out with, you don't need to do this, okay? What I would recommend is for the first 2 weeks, posting twice a day on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, on Instagram, okay? Just twice a day, the same videos, you can post it on there. Now, after 2 weeks, you're gonna wanna see which platform is performing the best. For example, it's been 2 weeks, we'll say you post it twice a day, so that's 30 posts across every single platform. If you see TikTok is predominantly doing the best with the types of content that you have created, and Instagram and YouTube Shorts aren't that well, what you do then is you double down on that platform and you increase your posting. So instead of posting 2 times a day, week number 3, you can go to 3 times a day. Week number 4, you can go to 4 times a day, okay? You can kind of experiment with there. I know some people that post 8 to 9 times a day on TikTok, okay? I know some people that post twice a day and they get a lot of views. So it's up for your experimentation, but I would always say pick the platform after 2 weeks that is showing the most growth and the most analytics, the most movement, and double down on that one. If you want to continue posting on the other platforms, of course, by all means, go ahead. But again, 2 weeks doing 2 posts a day, you're gonna have roughly 30 posts. You're gonna have a really good idea of whether YouTube Shorts, TikTok, or Instagram is performing well for you. And then you can go and double down on that platform. This will also really help you experiment and see what types of formats are even working for your niche. Because again, if it's your first time creating content, or maybe you've been creating content and you didn't really know how to find what other people were doing, this is gonna be a real big eye opener for you guys. And the most important thing that I've seen over literally 15 years of doing social media is you just have to throw stuff against the wall and you see what sticks. Okay, don't get stuck to one format. Don't think that, hey, I'm gonna post 50 videos of the same exact format on one platform and it's not working. Yeah, you should probably change up that strategy, okay? Don't be so hard-headed and stuck on one strategy, one format, one platform. If it's not working, obviously there's something wrong with it. Now, if you guys want me to help you implement this inside of your business and literally give you a one-on-one coaching blueprint on the best formats, on how you should create your content, how you should film it, how you should structure it, and every single week work directly with me on how to scale up your business to not only get more views, but obviously get more sales for that business, because that's the most important part, getting the money. You guys can click down below and schedule a call with me or my team. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. It's gonna help the channel grow. And make sure you subscribe so that I can brag to my parents that, you know, people love me, I guess. They still think I'm gonna be a doctor or a lawyer one day, but I said, no, Mom, I'm gonna be a YouTuber, business owner, crazy person, maybe just a little bit. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.